Hello there, welcome to my tying bench once again. Hugh here. In this tutorial I'm going to tie up a midge larva imitation. It's a fly you probably heard of quite a few times or seen it tied, but I thought I'd show you the way I tie them up. It's the brassie. Just 2 ingredients, well 3 if we count the bead, and it's a simple tie. So anyway, I'll get this guy out of the vise, get another hook in, I'll get started here. Okay, the hook I'm using is a TMC 2487 and I'm tying him on a size 18. I'll get this guy in the vise here, and I've already got a 30-second speed on the hook there, so just want to get him centered in the vise good here. Okay, the way I want it, there we go. Okay, now as you can see it's a very small hook, so I hope it's in focus there and everything. I believe it looks to be. Okay, so to get started I got UTC 70 black, 70 denier in black for the thread. I'm going to go right behind the bead here and start a few wraps, and we're going to wrap back a ways, snip off the tag end. Now I want to come back and I want to wrap back about halfway on the bend on this guy here. I want to come down the bend a ways, then we'll come back up and right behind the bead once again. Now I have some small ultra wire and copper, or you can use gold. I like the copper too. And what I'll do is tie that on my side and I'll slide it up under the bead just like so here. Okay, then we're going to wrap down around to where we left off there on the bend of the hook, just like so here. Make sure I got my wraps where I want them. Okay, and I want to make sure that thread's flattened out a little bit there, because the smoother thread base you have before you wrap that wire, it'll you'll find it'll wrap easier for you. Just want to make sure my thread is flattened out, so we're going to wrap that up to about 3/4 of the way, just like so. Now, the tricky part is the wire, but once you get through that first wrap, it's not so bad. So we'll make our first wrap here, just like so, and I want to check that on the other side to make sure it's where I want it. Okay, that looks good. And take the next wrap. Now just try to keep your wraps one right in front of the other, close together as you can get them. And we're going to wrap up to where we want to tie off. Just keep wrapping there, just like so. Okay, and work your way up gradually. Okay, couple more wraps here, just like so. That looks pretty good there. And I'll make one more here, and I'm going to come up and tie that off. Couple wraps behind the wire to hold it in place, and then I'm going to wrap in front of it a couple wraps. Bring my bobbin up, brace that, and I'm going to helicopter it off, just like so. Okay, a few securing wraps there. Now for the thorax, it's peacock herl, and I'm just going to use one strand. And what I'm going to do is take that strand and fold it on my thread, excuse me, like so. And I'm going to bring that up around the thread, down behind the bead. Then we're going to wrap back to where we want to begin our thorax here, just like so. Couple more wraps, there we go, then wrap back to behind the bead. Now before I wrap this, I'm going to take a little bit of Zap-A-Gap super glue here, get a drop on my dubbing needle, just a small amount, place it on those thread wraps there like so. There we go. Okay, now take those together. We're going to begin to wrap our thorax, just like so here. Just 3 to 4 wraps is plenty. There we go. Come up, tie that off. Couple wraps in behind. Make a couple in front behind that bead. And we'll snip that excess off. And what I'll do is come in with my whip finish. Make a 3 or 4 turn whip finish here. Like so. Draw that up. Snug it down nice and tight. Come in and snip off my excess thread. And there we have it. Another size 18 brassie. It's a real good fly to use when you got a lot of midge flies, or if you're fishing somewhere and there's a lot of midge flies around. And it also is good for representing small, tiny little caddis larvae as well. A good all-around little pattern that's been around a long time and effective. So there we have it, the brassie. So I want to thank everyone for watching. And if this is the first time you've seen my videos and you like to see more, just hit that subscribe button. And like always, I want to wish everyone happy tying. And until next time, so long for now, folks.